Just getting set up here. Pillows. All right, now live chat. Well, hello Sharon, it's just you and I at the moment. We'll wait for a little bit. Welcome. Welcome everyone. We'll wait a few minutes, let everybody get online. Hello from Minnesota. Thanks everybody for being here. Hi Georgia. Georgia, I still have you on as a moderator. I hope that's okay. If you don't want to be a moderator, just let me know. Hi Sharon. Janet. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Thank you, Georgia. Hello from Michigan. That's not far. I live like 20 minutes from the Michigan line. When I'm at work, I'm like 10 minutes away. I hope everybody is enjoying this Indian summer we're having, or at least that's what I'm experiencing. Yes, YouTube can be live. Hi from Chicago. Oh, you're next door. Fishers. Tracy's making the earbud cases. Aren't those fun? Indianapolis. My kids live in Indianapolis. It has been a very hot few days. We're going to have, I think tomorrow we're finally going to get a break and a little bit of fall weather. One second, I need to send a message to Terry. She's going to help moderate here. All right, I'm back. How do I like the Easy Press? I love, love, love it. I haven't used my big, old, ugly heat press since I got the Easy Press. I hope all of you are in our Cricut Easy Press education and inspiration group on Facebook. If you're not, please join us. We have lots of good information in there, lots of ideas, and the group is growing rapidly. I'm just waiting for a couple more people and we'll get going here. Can you guys see okay? Let me maybe pull this forward a little bit. Hey, there's Terry. Terry is the other admin in the group. Hoping you guys can see okay. My live feed doesn't seem to be, whoops. Let me get back in it. Okay. For some reason my screen wasn't updating. Okay, so we're going to get started. We're going to do two different things here. I'm going to do a Fabric Applique on a onesie, and we're going to do a traditional Cricut iron-on, but we're going to do layers so I can show you how to layer as well as how to handle a onesie. So the first thing we're going to do is the Fabric Applique. And the one thing I want to stress, and we get asked this all the time in the group, is what kind of surface can you use? And you can totally use all kinds of surfaces. There's no need to go out and buy a bunch of stuff. But what is important, and let me get this out of the way. What is important is that you have a solid, hard, even, flat surface. I'm on my desktop. This is wood. It's solid, it's not warped, it's flat. And then I'm using my Steady Betty. This is made out of wood, it's covered in foam, but you don't need that. This is what I started out using. This is a ironing pressing pad from Walmart or Target. Terry and I found this in Target, and I think it was right around $5, $6. So this works perfectly fine as long as you are on a hard surface. You don't want to be on an ironing board. You don't want to be on something that's variegated. You don't want to be directly on glass. If you're on glass, you need to have a towel, a blanket, an ironing pad. I don't even know if I was using this, I don't even know if I would use that on glass because I think that heat would probably go through it. So you'd probably want a towel under that. I did see somebody that cracked their glass because of the heat. So you want a hard, solid, flat surface. That's the most important thing. Secondly, you want something to protect your work surface from the heat. So something heat resistant. Now, we are going to do the Fabric Applique first, and it is cotton fabric, and I'm putting it on a cotton onesie. So I'm just going to go with the cotton standard light setting. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what the combination could be, since I'm doing a Fabric Applique, that's not listed on here. So I'm kind of just guessing. If you're just guessing, go with a lower temperature for a shorter period of time. You can always repress it and press it longer, or up the temperature if it's not sticking. But if you go too high too fast or too long, you risk ruining your design. But I'm pretty comfortable with the cotton setting. So I'm going to go 305 for 30 seconds. So I'm going to turn the Easy Press. I've got it preheated over here to, if you guys can see everything, get this down. 305 for 30 seconds. I have my onesie. Now, when you work with a onesie, I've seen so many people post that I did a onesie and it came right off. And I'm telling you, this has nothing to do with the Easy Press. This can happen with the heat press. This can happen with the iron. This is the problem. If I were to take this Easy Press or any press, and hold on, let me get my cord unwound here. Okay, if I were to take this press and lay it down right here, do you see what's going to happen? It's going to set on top of these seams. Oh, sorry. It's going to set on top of these seams, and that's going to keep the press from making flat contact with the shirt. So that's the problem. People will get enough contact that it's going to stick, but the first time they wash it, it's going to come off. You've got to have a flat contact. Now, what I recommend is making a pressing pillow. I have a video on this. We can link it when this video is done. These are super easy. This is just a Teflon sheet with some foam in it. If you don't have this, you don't need it. You can take a towel and fold it up. Just make sure that when you have it folded that there aren't any ridges. It's all flat. But what you want to do, and that's what I made this one for, is this is, here, let me find something I can measure it if somebody wants to make one this size. This one is 6 inches wide by 14-ish inches long. And what I like about this is I can tuck this in, and if it's too long I can go right out the side. But I get all of this bulky fabric is now lower than the middle where I'm going to be pressing. So that's really important when you're doing onesies, to have something inside the onesie to protect it, or not protect it, but to keep the seams down lower than the area that you're pressing. This neckline, you don't want, make sure your pressing pillow or your towel, whatever, is below that neckline. Otherwise, you're just compounding the price. If you do this and you have it up here, those seams are still level. You don't want that. You want everything lower. Okay? The second thing you want to do is always pre-press the area that you're going to be ironing on. And what that does is take any moisture that's in the fabric out of it. It preheats the fabric so that the iron-on sticks a little bit better to start with. And it just preps your fabric, gets the wrinkles out, so you're not ironing over any wrinkles. All right. So we've got that pre-pressed. Now what I did for this Fabric Applique, I used HeatnBond alcohol. Explore users, you can do this too. You can cut fabric on your Explorer with the HeatnBond. What that does is put, I don't know if you can see the sheen, if I get the light on it, it puts this adhesive on the back of the fabric. And that is the side that you will put down on the mat. I'm sorry, yes, I don't usually pre-wash. If I'm doing a gift, I don't pre-wash. But anyway, you put the HeatnBond down, you iron it on, and I'm going to show you how to do that too, but I'll show you after we do this. And you'll have this adhesive on the mat, and then you're going to cut out your fabric. Okay, so we've got our we've got our fabric all cut out. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied here. We're going to make sure our pressing pillow is down below that seam, and I am going to put this heart right here. The adhesive side, this is the back side of the fabric, is down. And I'm kind of liking how that looks. And kind of making sure I'm centered. All right, we're at 305 for 30 seconds. We're going to put that down right on top. Just a gentle, gentle pressure. Nothing, oops, forgot to hit the timer. Hit the timer. If using the Explorer, to use the regular blade or the bonded fabric blade. The bonded fabric blade and the regular blade are exactly the same blade. All they did was make the housing pink so that you would remember to only use that blade for fabric. But it is the exact same housing, it's the exact same blade. That's just for your help in remembering to only use that blade for fabric. So you can use the other blade and just make sure you have a brand new blade in there and only use it on fabric. So you can see this is nice and stuck down. Now what I want to do is press the back of it. That looks great. And you want to use the ultra hold if you're going to be washing this. If you use the light and you wash it, it probably is going to come up. Okay, so you can see when I'm doing the back, I'm just laying the pillow down on my surface and just throwing the onesie over it. That's fine too. All right, so we're gonna do another full press on the back, 305, 30 seconds. Thank you, Carrie. This is a scrap piece left from one of the bags I made, the fabric. It's a Riley Blake pattern. And we're just pressing from the back. You always want to press the front and then press the back. All right, so there is our Fabric Applique onesie. A good rule of thumb when you're making a onesie, just so you know, placement is 2 fingers down from the neckline. So that's always kind of hard to tell because, you know, this is down on their body. You know, they're going to be sitting. So it's 2 fingers from the neckline for a infant onesie. Okay, so that's that one. Now I'm going to show you how to apply HeatnBond, just in case you guys want to try that. You can see I put it on this piece of fabric and it only goes to right there. So this piece doesn't have any. And I can actually, here, I'll just cut this off to keep from confusing anyone. All right. So this piece of fabric doesn't have any HeatnBond. HeatnBond comes in rolls, or you can get it in packages like this. You want the ultra hold, it's in the red package. This is a yard sheet, so it comes in this great big sheet. You just cut off the amount you need. Once you cut it off, it has a paper side and it has a shiny textured side. This shiny textured side is the adhesive. You're going to put that on the back side of your fabric. So this is the pretty side of the fabric. That's face down. I'm going to put the bumpy, rough side down on my fabric. And normally I would be, you would do as big a piece as you need. This is just a demo, so I'm just going to use this. And then I just use my press, and it takes, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds. I love using the press for this because it stays nice and smooth. The Facebook group is the Cricut Easy Press Education, and there we go, Terry just posted it. So that is stuck. Now you want to let it cool before you peel that backing off. If you peel the backing off too quick, it's going to pull the adhesive right with it. So just fan it a little bit. I mean, it just takes a couple seconds. Okay, now it's cool, and you can see I can peel that off, and now I have that adhesive on there. That's going to go face down on your Cricut mat. If you're using the maker, I cut it with the rotary blade, and I still put it face down on the mat. But you actually, on the maker, you can put it either way. On the Cricut Explorer, you're going to want to put that HeatnBond side down, and make sure you have a sticky mat so that it stays in place. Okay, let's do this other one real quick so you guys can all get on with your evening plans. So this is a layered design. This is from Love SVG, and I will tell you there's something wrong in the file. I don't think it was just me. I think it's in the actual file. This isn't Love SVG in Design Space. It's from their website. But one of the eyes didn't cut very well. So again, I'm going to put my pressing pad down. I'm going to make sure that it is, well, when I'm pressing the initial press, I'm just going to leave it like this so I can get these wrinkles out. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to press this. I'm going to stay off the seams, but I'm pressing the area that I'm going to be putting the design on. And I could just do it like this. I could just leave those seams hanging off my mat and I would be just fine. You just want to make sure those seams are not keeping the press from making full contact. Okay, so we should be good there. I'm just going to leave it like this, I think. I'll put that off the top. Now, this thing says, I'll take, I got to kind of figure out how I want to put this, pumpkin spice, I'm just kind of getting, I'm not putting these all on at once, but I'll take pumpkin spice, everything. And see that eye? It cut this eye for a good 3 minutes. And I cut it 3 times and it kept doing it. So I have another eye on standby I can put over it if I need. Please. So I kind of like that placement. 1 second. I just want to check the actual design. And oh, it moved on me. Okay, well, I like that. So I'm gonna put the I'll take on there first, and I could go ahead and put the everything, but it's easier just to line up one at a time. So when you're layering you have multiple layers, what you're going to do is, this is, again, we're on cotton, so it's going to be the same setting. I'm using Cricut Light iron-on. This is the Cricut Light in walnut, in case you're wondering. So we're going to use the setting of 305 30 seconds, which is what Cricut recommends. You can get this chart from our group. You can get this on the Cricut help page. If you're in our group, go to the file section, look at Help Center, and there's a link to this. But we're at cotton. This is standard light, 305 30 seconds. So what you're going to do when you're layering is you're only going to press it for a couple of seconds. You are not going to press it for 30 seconds. You're just going to press it long enough to get it to stick. Okay? So there's one layer done. And then we want pumpkin. I wonder if I might be able to do that spice too, but I don't want if your transfer taper overlaps like this, then that, like the dot of the eye would be stuck to this. It's going to get ironed onto that, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to do one at a time, take my time. So we're going to press it, and I don't have to cover that other side up, because I'm only going to press it for a couple seconds. All right, so there we got the pumpkin. Again, we're not going 30 seconds yet. Pumpkin, I think I'm going to put this one over a little bit. Let's see. I'm going to do it like that, so maybe I'll sneak it like this. I don't want it to look too perfect since this is kind of fun juvenile writing. All right, so here we go. Just a couple seconds. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and remove. And there we go. It's not all the way stuck down yet, so don't think we're done. Pumpkin spice everything. I'm really not liking the way that eye looks, but I can go over it. Pumpkin spice everything. Just gonna do one. I'm gonna hold it. 1, 2, 3. Sorry about the dogs. 4, 5. Oh, the eye looks okay. And then we're gonna put the please. That's so cute. Okay, again, this is from Love SVG. It's a free file on their website. And when you're sizing stuff, I like to just measure it. You know, I just kind of measured this and I went, all right, I want about 5 inches. And then I made my design 5 inches wide. I didn't really worry about how long it was. All right, so we're on our very last layer. This is, I don't have to put anything else. So now I'm going to put the press down and press it for the entire 30 seconds. That last layer you can do 30 seconds. Yes, it will have spit up on it. So you're going to just press like 5 seconds per layer. And even if you're layering on top of it, you're going to do it the same way. And then once you're on your final layer, then you can go ahead and press the full time. So now we have the full time. Look at your design and make sure you can see the texture through the iron-on. And you know what? I'm just going to give it an extra few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so now what I'm going to do is turn it over and do the same thing. Make sure those seams are off. And actually, I think I'm going to put the pressing pad under it because I want to make sure it's not hitting those sleeve pads. It looks great, but I just want to make sure I have nice contact. So I'm going to do a full press on the back. And I got these onesies from Target, in case anybody asks. It has a pink one, the green one, and a mint one, or the pink, mint, and gray. And hopefully this will fit Evie. She's growing so fast. But the important part about the reason I wanted to do this video is the onesies. It's very important to get that fabric off of the seams. And my glasses on. I can see that texture. I'd like to see it a little bit more. So let me press it once from the front with the pressing pillow, and I'm sure that's going to make a huge difference. So I'm just going to do a full press. Any other questions? Because this is going to wrap up the video. I don't want to keep everybody too long. Don't forget to join our Facebook group. Thanks, Phoebe. All right. So now I can see the texture of the onesie through the iron-on, so that I know I have a good adhesion that's going to last. So it really makes a difference to have something under there to lift it up. The same with your bags. Now, you don't have to cover it. If you're doing the foil, I might cover the foil if I was going to do multiple presses like this, but the Cricut Light with just cotton, it does really well. I mean, I wouldn't keep pressing it, but you have a problem with your vinyl shrinking. You would have better luck if you had an Easy Press instead of using a regular home iron. Caesar Easy Weed is very comparable to the Cricut Light. I don't know if you've seen my video where I've been doing wash tests, but they're very, very similar. So I don't think it's that. You definitely are going to have better luck with a heat press or an Easy Press than you are an iron. The problem with an iron is the temperature is way too, it varies way too much, up to 200 degrees just throughout the bottom of the iron. Do you use any other iron other than Cricut? I have some Caesar. I use 90% of the time I use Cricut, just because I have tons of it and I like it. It's readily available. If I decide I want to make something and I need pink and I don't have it, I can go down the road and pick some up at Joann's. So it works for me. Any other questions? All right, guys, I hope this helped. Oh, it's not. It's just laying there. Thank you, though, Angel. You guys also, you can use my code anytime you want, LORRIE, and order from the Cricut website. That'll get you 15% off plus free shipping. It doesn't do anything for me whatsoever. It doesn't cost you anything. I don't get commission on that, but that code will get you 15% off and free shipping. So I always find that's, especially if you wait till it's on sale at Cricut.com, then get that 15% off plus free shipping. It's pretty reasonable. I don't think the press is going to go on sale anytime soon. I could be wrong. I don't know. Thanks for being here, Barbara. All right, you guys, everybody go enjoy their dinner and have a good evening. Thanks for being with me. And Terry and Georgia, thanks for helping moderate. And I will, yes, watch HSN on October 3rd. They will be showing the Easy Press and the Cricut Maker. I cut all these designs on the Cricut Maker. And you guys don't forget to try out the Fabric Appliques. I was going to do a flower, but I just changed my mind at the last minute because I wanted to show more of the fabric. All right, guys. See you later. Thanks for watching.